Hello, welcome back to the MCCU, the Marvel Champions Cinematic Universe, where we are playing through the different movies in chronological order, all the way from Captain America to whatever is out, the latest out at this time. I finished up a live stream of Iron Man 2, and so we were playing War Machine against Master Mold, but I made a good number of mistakes in that, and so I wanted to replay it just as kind of a clean game just so people watching in the future don't or can we get a clean game and we are not confusing anybody with the rules. But let's talk about the deck build real quick. So War Machine is comes up in Iron Man 2. He's played by James Rhodes, and he's going to be hanging out. Instead of playing Iron Man for Iron Man 2, I wanted to feature War Machine, but we do have a couple of fun modifications. So we're playing a Justice deck. We got Agent Coulson, who is in the movie, and all of the allies that we're going to be running are in the associated movie. And so we are breaking a couple of the deck building rules here. So we have Agent Coulson, we got Black Widow who shows up, we got Mr. Nick Fury who shows up, and then we have Iron Man as the signature ally who is also going to be here. So in the idea, or in the world of the MCCU, we are able to break deck building restrictions for thematics. Because why not? We're having fun here. So we're playing here. We also get Magneto, which there was a really good suggestion that this is going to be this is Howard Stark. Howard Stark is cosplaying as Magneto, and therefore we have Magneto on play, which is needed for the Master Mold encounter. Master Mold is representing the drones that Whiplash is throwing our way in Iron Man 2. So in Iron Man 2, we have the Whiplash's dad or grandfather, I can't actually remember right now, accused Howard Stark of stealing all the technology, and Whiplash is out for revenge. And part of doing that is working with the Hammer guy, the Hammer Industries guy, to build a ton of drones that are going to be taking on War Machine and Iron Man. Well, I guess Iron Man specifically, and then War Machine comes and helps. So with that being said, there's a couple other rules that we're implementing. So Master Mold is here as the step in, similar to Howard cosplaying as Magneto. We have Master Mold, or I'm sorry, our drones cosplaying as Master Mold. And so Master Mold is here. We are running with the recommended mod sets, but we are also shuffling in the Iron Man Nemesis set. And one of the rules that we're doing here is that in order to win, I have to have defeated Whiplash the minion. So if Whiplash ever gets discarded from the encounter deck or drawn as a boost card, we will shuffle him back in. And then one of the other rules that we're implementing, and I just kind of thought about this, we ended up doing it on the live stream, but if I reduce Master Mold to 0, if I kill Master Mold, it starts a timer. So after that point, at 3 rounds, we will pull Whiplash out. Actually, you know what? If we reduce Master Mold to 0 and we have not defeated Whiplash, that's going to trigger pulling Whiplash out. We'll just make it easy like that. So Whiplash, if we can beat him early, excellent. If not, once we do take care of the 30 health or so that Master Mold has, we will pull Whiplash out. And at that point, we have our opportunity to kill him, which is really thematic. Because in the movie, right, our Iron Man and War Machine take on and kill all of the drones, while Whiplash is kind of controlling them from a remote location. After that happens, Whiplash comes out and they have a big standoff fight against Whiplash. So just going forward, if because in the live stream, if we got down to like, I don't know, maybe 10 cards left in the encounter deck, we had not drawn Whiplash yet. And then we schemed out, which we shuffled the discard pile back into the encounter deck. And so it was just chaotic. So that's the encounter deck. We are running 2 Against the World. This is just super thematic from a image standpoint, because that looks almost exactly like what happens in the movie. Back to back War Machine Iron Man. So 2 Against the World is one of the team up cards. I typically don't run team up cards in solo play, but here we are. We got 2 copies of Beat Cop to help with some threats. Chance Encounter to go get our allies. I really like the Chance Encounter Iron Man 2 Against the World combo, if we can set that up. For Justice, clear the area. We got Overwatch, Under Surveillance to help all of the threat stuff. We Got endurance. Our resource generators are Avengers Mansion, Helicarrier, Quinn Carrier. And then we're running a meditation build with our doubles. So one of the big issues with this matchup is War Machine likes to flip down to alter ego so he can build up the ammo counters. And that's kind of what his entire economy is based around. Master Mold likes to scheme, right? If we scheme with Master Mold, instead of giving a boost card, we discard cards until we get a Sentinel minion, and that can get very, very dangerous. And so it's a fun matchup. It's a really fun matchup because there's a higher penalty than normal rolling down to alter ego, because you get a minion, and then that minion will immediately scheme. And so there's just a lot of penalties for going down to alter ego, which does make it a little bit more interesting. But that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna replay the I will say that the game that I played live worked out. I caught a couple of the mistakes later and then retconned it, but I really am trying to make a very concerted effort to play cleaner games, and a lot of the times doing those live, it's very difficult because there's just a lot going on. I'm trying to interact and all that, not making excuses, just it is what it is. But let's go ahead and get set up. So we put the Magneto, aka Howard Stark, into play, and then each Sentinel minion gains guard. When revealed, each player discards cards from the encounter deck until they discard a Sentinel minion and puts that into play engaged with them. So we're gonna discard until we get a Sentinel minion. Oh no, it's a Mark 8. That's horrible. So when the Mark 8 engages you, attach the topmost Sentinel attachments from the discard pile to this minion. So we're going to look, and we got an energy barrier. Attach to a Sentinel minion without energy barrier attached and give it a tough status card. This is not a good start here. Otherwise, this card gains surge. After the attached minion attacks, give it a tough status card. So we have to do tough and 8 damage. We got a meditation, which is excellent in our opening hand. We've got a genius, a targeted strike, an Ironman, a scorched earth, and a beat cop. Ooh, okay. So we're probably going to toss the targeted strike. The Ironman can go get us our Gatling gun or our gauntlet gun, which is very, very helpful, especially with like these tough status cards. So if we meditate into an Ironman, a genius can pay for that, meaning that we probably want to get rid of these and see what we can grab. We got a helicarrier, that's really good too. There's a gauntlet gun, that's great. That's 2, 4, 5, and a oof. That's a pretty strong start. I'm not gonna lie to y'all right now. We will go ahead and use James Rhodes' ability to shuffle a War Machine card back into our deck, and we're going to do targeted strike because threat is going to be an issue in this game, and so just having that ready it's going to be good. Okay, so let's look at this real quick. So we need to deal 8 damage plus the tough, and so I think we can do that without using War Machine. So let's go ahead and use meditation. Exhaust your alter ego. Play a card from your hand, reducing its cost by 3. We're going to play Iron Man. After Iron Man enters play, search our deck and discard pile for a tech upgrade and add it to our hand. We're going to go in here and find the... where are we at? Shoulder cannon. That's what we want. The shoulder cannon is a just very, very versatile attachment. And what I think the best thing about it is that it has like unlimited uses as long as you are not running out of ammo counters, and that allows you to use all your ammo counters, because whenever you flip down to James Rhodes, you have to discard all your ammo counters. Thus, it can be a little difficult. Okay. We are going to go ahead and flip up. Whenever we change this form, we get 5 ammo counters that we can place on War Machine. We will go ahead and use a strength to play a shoulder cannon. We will use the shoulder cannon to deal a damage. So it says exhaust shoulder cannon, deal 1 damage to an enemy. We're going to knock off this tough. You may remove 1 ammo counter from War Machine to ready shoulder cannon. We will go ahead and do that. We will go ahead and remove a counter. So we're down to 4 to go ahead and ready shoulder cannon. Now we have 8 damage to deal. We have 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, if nothing else, right? Now we have a fun choice. We can play a helicarrier. I want to play the helicarrier here over the gauntlet gun. One or two main reasons. The gauntlet gun, if we go down to James Rhodes, which we will do, we can shuffle the gauntlet gun back in, thus increasing the likelihood of us drawing it sooner. We got that. The helicarrier is also for any card, and at this point, where the gauntlet gun is for War Machine events, the helicarrier can help us build out our upgrades. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and use that to play the helicarrier. Let's go ahead and have Ironman attack for 2. Ironman will take 1 consequential damage there. We will exhaust the shoulder cannon to deal 1 damage, and then we will ready. That takes us to 3. We will exhaust the shoulder cannon to deal 1 damage and ready. That takes us to 4 out of 8. So we will exhaust the shoulder cannon, deal 1 damage, and actually, you know what? We may not ready here. Yeah, we're not going to ready. So we will exhaust the shoulder cannon, deal a damage to deal a 5th damage. And now we have the ammo counters. We could continue this. However, I like to try and hang on to those ammo counters if I can for a targeted strike or something that comes up next time that is a event that I would want to be using those for. Now the Sentinel has 3 life left. We're going to attack. After Magneto attacks and defeats a Sentinel minion, heal 1 damage from Magneto. So that's the 8 damage there. Takes a consequential. He heals. So we're good. Okay. Now if we can, now what would be really sweet here is after we ready, if we draw into 2 against the world, we got a chance encounter. There's a targeted strike. Under surveillance is really solid here. A full auto. I love the art. I love the art on full auto. It's so intense. It's so intense. Also, Master Mold needs to be at 14, not 12. And then a Agent Coulson. Alrighty. So Agent Coulson comes out. We're going to place 1 here. Master Mold's attacking for 3 plus a boost card. We're at 10 health. We are going to go ahead and just... we'll block. So 3 attached to a Sentinel minion. There are no Sentinel minions, thank goodness. So 3, we defended for 2. We take 1 damage. We are down to 9. Our encounter card is going to be an Assault. The villain attacks us for 3 plus a boost card. Also, Master Mold needs toughness. This is one of the things I forgot, and I already have missed that. But I have not damaged Master Mold at all, so the tough is still fine. I don't really want to have Iron Man take this. Iron Man taking this is... it's a little sad. It's a little sad. We're at 9 health. There are 3 boost icons in there. We're gonna take it. We're gonna go 3 plus 2 is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down to 4. But we will be an alter ego at some point, so that could help us. Alrighty. So Iron Man is gonna go ahead and knock the 2 here. We will go ahead and chance encounter and targeted strike to play under surveillance on the main. And then we will go ahead and just knock the tough with the shoulder cannon. We got a full auto, but we don't have the counters to do that. We could hang on to Agent Coulson. Yeah. We'll go ahead and have Magneto attack for 3. 1, 2, 3. He's going to take a consequential. I'm sorry, Howard Stark. And we will flip down to Rhodes. Actually, before we do that, we will have readied, attacked for 1, ready, attacked for 1. Just so, because we have to discard all of our ammo counters, we'll hop down here and we will toss Coulson and full auto. Stand up. The reason that I flip down is it gives me that extra hand size, and if we can get a 2 against the world, we are feeling really solid. We got a 4 justice. That's 3, 4. Munitions bunker is also really good here, and an upgraded chassis. Okay, I'm happy with that flip down because we have 2 things that will help us with the flip back up. We'll place 1. Master Mold will scheme for 2, and then we have to discard cards until we get a Sentinel minion. Sentinel Mark 3. This has toughness. When revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a copy of Energy Barriers. I always like to go find them from the deck before the discard pile, just in case. So we've got Energy Barriers there. Energy Barrier says that we attach it to a Sentinel minion without an Energy Barrier and give it a tough status card. Otherwise, it gains Surge. And after it attacks, give it a tough status card. Cool. Sweet. And Sentinel is going to scheme for 2 because that came out during the villain activation. And then we've got a card, which is Assault. It gains Surge into a Intruder Alert. When defeated, the player defeated this scheme discards cards from the encounter deck until they discard a Sentinel minion and puts that into play with them. This comes in with 3. Also got these nice little win defeated tokens. 2 and 1. Perfect. And it is now our turn. Alrighty. So we have got a energy for a munitions bunker. So this has an alter ego action to exhaust munitions bunker and place 2 ammo counters here. As a hero action, we can exhaust munitions bunker to remove each ammo counter here to War Machine. And then we also have Ironman, stand up. We have the ability to play a 4 Justice, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to use all these 3 to play the upgraded chassis. This allows us to, whenever we change to hero form, we can exhaust this card to gain a tough status card. And that's going to help with the really high attacks that Master Mold is going to be throwing our way. Iron Man is probably still going to hang out a little bit. Yeah. Actually, you know what? We're going to... We threw away a... No, we're fine. We're fine. I have a helicarrier that I could use, but... I mean, like, we're just holding onto a card, and there's not really a card that I want to hang on to that much. We're going to use James Rhodes' ability to shuffle Gauntlet Gun back in. We actually could have Iron Man, like, thwart and then shuffle Iron Man back in. No, we'll keep Iron Man out on the table. I like having Iron Man out on the table for a couple of reasons. Mainly, I really just want to play 2 Against the World just for the theme. We will go ahead and recover with James. 1, 2, 3. We will flip up to hero form. We will exhaust upgraded chassis to give ourselves a tough status card. And then also while we come up, we make the trip up, we get 5 ammo counters with our locked and loaded ability. Shoulder cannon will knock 1 here. Get that tough. Magneto will go ahead and hit for 3, and he gets to heal the consequential damage. Not Magneto, it's Howard Stark. It is Howard Stark. And then we will call that a day. We'll stand up. Yeah, we'll stand up. We need to figure this situation out, but I'm just not in a position where I can do that right now. So hopefully this turn. We got Endurance, Overwatch. There we go. Now we're talking. Meditation does not really help us. Black Widow. So that's 4. There it is, 2 Against the World. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, hey, hey. Cool. We're going to place 1 here. This is a threshold of 10 because of under surveillance. And let me go ahead and grab a crisis. Actually, I'll just move it over here. And Master Mold is going to attack us for 3 plus a boost card. We'll take it right to the face. Plus 2. That's going to knock our tough. And then our encounter card is going to be a gang up. The hero or the villain in each minion engaged with us attacks. We will go ahead and defend the attack. So it's going to be 3 plus 2. So we take 3 damage. 1, 2, 3, down to 4. The reason that we can defend is 2 Against the World says that we get to ready Iron Man and War Machine. Excellent. Okay, so here we are. Let's see if we can have some fun. Let's go ahead and we'll use Meditation, Black Widow, and Overwatch to play 2 Against the World. So search your deck and for a tech upgrade and put it into play. That's probably going to be the gauntlet gun. The other option would be like this, the missile launcher. I think I like the gauntlet gun. That's going to be better for us. So, and then we get to ready Iron Man and War Machine. War Machine gets to stand up. Starting to build our resource generation stuff. We'll helicarrier for a endurance. That's going to give us 3. 1, 2, 3. Take us back up to 7. We have got Magneto and War Machine are going to thwart down Intruder Alert. It says a when defeated. We discard cards until we get a Sentinel minion. If Operation Zero Tolerance is in play, it gains Surge. Otherwise, search the encounter deck and discard power for Operation Zero Tolerance and reveal it. So this is going to... Yep, there we go. This is if a ally is defeated by an enemy attack, they go under there. And if you have 3 plus the number of players, then you lose the game. So alternate loss condition, but we'll get rid of it. We got a shoulder cannon there for, and then we will ready it. We're gonna switch. I don't have that many of these ammo counters, so we'll ready shoulder cannon. We'll hit shoulder cannon again. We'll ready shoulder cannon. That's gonna take out the sentinel, and shoulder cannon is ready. Actually, you know what? We're gonna not have ready the shoulder cannon that last time. There's really no reason for us to. We can do it next time. We're not flipping down at this point because this we would probably lose that. There are minions in there that have one scheme like the Mark II, but it's probably not worth it. I think we'll just have Iron Man take the hit. We'll lose him to Zero Tolerance, but then if we can thwart down Zero Tolerance, we will be happy. So let's go ahead and stand up. We've got another gauntlet gun. Let's go. Scorched Earth, missile launcher, repulsor beam, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a targeted strike. Targeted strike is going to be excellent for... We'll see. We'll see what we use targeted strike for. This is gone. We're going to add 1. Master Mold is going to attack us for 3 plus a boost card. We're sitting at 7 health. And so I think I want to have Iron Man block this. 3 plus 3. That was a good block for Iron Man. He goes under Operation Zero Tolerance, and that's going to be 1 for us, or for our counter there. But we'll get him back. Don't worry. And then our encounter card is going to be Electric Whip Attack. Choose to either deal 1 damage to your hero for each upgrade you control, or choose and discard an upgrade you control. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. So just getting rid of endurance would be less bad. I'm thinking the other option would be to get rid of Gauntlet Gun, because we have one. We have another one. Endurance takes us down to 4 health, which I don't love that. That's not my biggest. I'm not the biggest fan of that. And we can shuffle Gauntlet Gun back in when we roll down. We'll put Magneto there. Okay. So let's use a helicarrier and a repulsor beam to play a Gauntlet Gun. We will use a Gauntlet Gun to play targeted strike. So this generates a ammo counter and a wild resource. So that is the cost here. So that's going to remove 3 from the Sentinel Factory. Then we will go ahead and use a Scorched Earth to play a missile launcher. So this is exhaust missile launcher, and remove 1 ammo to deal 2 damage to an enemy. We're at 7 health. I want to get Iron Man back at some point. Let's go ahead and thwart 2 and thwart 1 here, because I do think we will be rolling down. We've got a missile launcher to deal 2 damage. 1, 2, taking him down to 7. And then The shoulder cannon is ammo counters +1, so we can do 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4 for this before we flip down. When we flip down, we are going to choose a gauntlet gun and shuffle that back into our deck. This does not say limit once per phase or once per round, but that is the case. You can only do it once per round. They fixed that pretty quickly. And we'll munitions bunker for 2 more. And we'll stand up. We are in a position at this point where we can handle a lot of the different like sentinels that are going to come and hit us. So that's good. There's a Quinn carrier, which is great. Nick is really good. Overwatch is great. Overwatch with a 4 Justice is really strong, so I'm happy with that. So let's go ahead and add one here. Master Mold is going to scheme for 2. We will discard until we get a Sentinel. Oh, come on. A Mark 5. So if targeted for elimination is attached to your identity, it attacks you even if you're in alter ego form. Otherwise, search the encounter deck and discard pile for targeted for elimination and discard it. Whiplash was the bottom. Look at that. That's funny. Okay, so no targeted for elimination here. We'll shuffle. Targeted for elimination states that attached to your identity. If a copy of targeted for elimination is not attached to you, otherwise this card can surge. When you're engaged with a sentinel minion, you cannot change from hero to alter ego, and as an action we can exhaust our identity to discard this card. Okay, and sentinel is going to scheme for 1. Then we've got a advanced. That's bad. That's very, very bad. We've got 2 coming in here. We'll discard until we get a sentinel Mark 3. Comes in with tough, and then we search the encounter deck and discard pile for energy barrier and attach it to the Mark III. Okay, well that got exciting. There's a couple of issues that we have to deal with now, so that's fun. We do have Nick. Nick is going to be good. Let's go ahead and use munitions bunker to go ahead and throw 2 more over here. We're getting set up so that we can fairly easily potentially flip up and maybe stay there the rest of the game, just with all of this going on. If we can drop Nick and Magneto can take care of Operation Zero Tolerance, meaning that we can shuffle our Ironman ally back in using James's ability, or we can go and grab, like, Targeted Strike is actually probably the right call. Full auto is just fun. We're gonna have the ammo counters to use full auto. Sitting at 3 health there. Master Mold. Let's yeah, I'm not 100% sold that I need to get Iron Man ally back right now. I think this is more of a pressing issue. So if this was like lower, maybe at like 5, I would be more interested in doing this and using James's ability to shuffle a card back in, but instead let's go ahead and just shuffle the Targeted Strike back in. That's just going to help us with threat. So that's a fairly thin deck, which is nice to see. We have the option to exhaust to heal. That would put us at 10. I think we're probably okay, especially since we're getting a card or a tough status card when we flip up. We also get 5 ammo counters. First thing, let's go ahead. Oh, nope, that's not right. Let's go ahead and shoulder cannon and ready ready with a ammo counter to knock the tough off. And we've got Magneto hitting for 3 here, and he gets to heal the consequential. Let's go with a. Let's get Nick out there. So let's go clear the area, helicarrier, full auto, and a Overwatch to pay for Nick Fury, which is going to draw us 3, Repulsor Beam, Meditation, and a Gauntlet Gun. Let's go. We'll use Gauntlet Gun to play Repulsor Beam. Yeah. Oh, and this is ready. Sorry. To play Repulsor Beam. This is generating the money and the ammo counter to deal 4 damage here. We will use Shoulder Cannon to ready and do the last damage to mark 5. We've got Munitions Bunker, but we can't move it over because it's an exhaust to do either of those. We could drop a Quinn Carrier, and that's what we will do. We'll toss all of this stuff and play Quinn Carrier just to have that ready to go. Nick will go ahead and thwart to here. We're gonna probably lose Nick to 0 tolerance, but I'm okay with that. Yeah, I definitely am. We will go ahead and thwart 1 here. And I guess I probably should not have ready, but here we'll hit Master Mold for 1 there. And we'll stand up. We know we have actually, I just thwarted 1 here. We're going to thwart 1 from there because I know I have a targeted strike. So this 3 is going to be pretty easy for me to hit. So, because we just shuffled the targeted strike back in. So we'll stand up. We also have an Avengers Mansion coming up. Actually, you know what? Instead of thwarting at all, I'm just going to get rid of targeted for elimination. And we'll add the threat back. I like that a lot more. Okay, we've got 3, so we'll deal ourselves an encounter card. What I've realized is that in these games where I am playing, where I have to defeat a nemesis at some point, it will be the last card. There's no doubt in my mind that it will be the last card, and it always will be the last card. Okay, so we get all that shuffled up. We got targeted strike. There's a mansion. There's a chance encounter. Chance encounter and targeted strike for this Operation 0 Tolerance is very, very solid. I'm a very big fan of that. And we've got a Scorched Earth. We will add 1. We got Master Mold attacking. So we got 3 plus 1. Nick dies. Operation 0 Tolerance eats him. And then we've got 2 encounter cards. The first one is the Sentinel Mark 6 with Quick Strike. So that's going to hit us for 2. Let's go down to 5. And then we've got Whiplash. There he is. That's all we needed. Now we just have to kill. That's all we have got to do. Sweet. Okay. So. Oh wait, hold on. I have a tough. So yeah, it'll knock the tough. Not ideal. I could defend that technically. Is that worth my... It is. Instead, I'm going to have defended the quick strike attack so that I can preserve my tough status here. Okay. So, let's do Gauntlet Gun for... The reason I'm hesitating is, do I want to play Chance Encounter here? Now, I think that the timing works out. We talked about this a little bit on the live stream, is that any card under Operation 0 Tolerance is not a valid target for Chance Encounter because it's not going to be in the discard pile when it's defeated. So Chance Encounter, it could net me a Black Widow, it could net me a Agent Coulson, and I believe that's it. And at that point, I think I would rather just not play the Chance Encounter and hang on to it for a resource. So we'll use the Gauntlet Gun for the targeted strike, generating the wild as well as the ammo that we need to clear this. That's going to knock. And then we got these 2 in our discard pile, leaving us with 2 Against the World, Scorched Earth, and a Mansion. We have... we have a lot going on. We could go Scorched Earth. Scorched Earth is not bad here at all. Deals 3 damage to each enemy in play, which would push Master Mold to stage 2, which doesn't really affect us that much right now. It would get Whiplash and Sentinel Mark 5 or 6 ready to die. This is not an attack, so it bypasses guard and it bypasses retaliate. Let's go ahead and get a token there. I mean, or heck, I think Scorched Earth feels very good. I think it's probably too late to play Mansion. So yeah, let's do that. Let's let's go Helicarrier, Quinn Carrier, and a Chance Encounter to play Scorched Earth. So remove 3 ammo counters from War Machine and deal 3 damage to each enemy in play. So that's gonna be 3 here. It's gonna be 3 here. And 3 to Master Mold, which will push Master Mold. Master Mold comes in with 16 health. Nope, too much. Stalwart and Toughness, so we get that Tough status card back. And same thing, whenever he schemes, instead of dealing a boost card, we go get a minion. Let me just discard cards from the encounter deck. Do not give Master Mold a scheme or a boost card for this activation. Sweet. Righty. Let's go ahead and toss some ammo over here to Munitions Bunker. We actually are moving 6, so make it the pretty token. And we will have Mags kill this Sentinel here. And he gets to heal his boost because he killed a Sentinel minion. We will have Shoulder Cannon kill Whiplash. We will use a counter to ready Shoulder Cannon. We will use Shoulder Cannon to knock the Tough off. And I don't think we will ready Shoulder Cannon at that point, but we will use a Missile Launcher to take this down to 4 and deal 2 to Master Mold. The Retaliate did not trigger because we killed him, and we'll toss these 2 cards. We don't need them, and we'll stand up. We got full auto. That's exactly why we didn't ready Shoulder Cannon, because full auto is 8 damage. Well, I guess we have the Gauntlet Gun, which could give us 1, but here we go. Meditation is 3. Chance Encounter is 4. And a Overwatch is 5. So we got 1 here. Master Mold's going to hit us for 4 plus 2. It's going to knock our Tough. And then our encounter card is going to be Shields Up. When revealed, give each Sentinel minion engaged with you a Tough status card. Otherwise, this card gains Surge. Surges into a Sentinel Mark 8. Oh, jeez. So after this minion engages you, the topmost Sentinel attachment, attach it. So we've got targeted. Nope, that's not a Sentinel attachment. Energy Barrier. So attach to a Sentinel minion without Energy Barrier attached and give it a Tough status card. Otherwise, this card gains Surge. After it attacks, give it a Tough status card. Okay, so that's cool. Yikes. Okay. So let's Shoulder Cannon the Tough. We will not ready. We will Gauntlet Gun, Quinn Carrier, Helicarrier, and a Chance Encounter for a full. Jeez, wow, I way overpaid for that. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, hold on, sorry. We will. No. Okay. We will Gauntlet Gun and Quinn Carrier for a full auto. I was paying 4 because it's 4 ammo counters. So we'll use the 4 ammo counters here to deal 8 damage to the Mark 8. Oh my gosh, that was hilarious. And we actually only need to use 3 because Gauntlet Gun does give us 1. We've got Overwatch here. We will Helicarrier Targeted Strike for 3. We'll thwart for 1, I guess. Mags will thwart for 2. He needs another damage. We're sitting at 14 health. I think we have 1 more trip down. We have 1 more trip downstairs. Especially because there may not even be a Sentinel minion. And so with Master Mold scheming at this point, we should be fine to like there's only two. Oh, you can't even see it. Sorry, there's only two cards in the encounter deck, and so if we discard and we don't get a minion, we are good. We'll go ahead and shuffle. I think probably Iron Man back into our deck. No, we're gonna do a full auto. I'm gonna shuffle full auto because that is more than 50% of the damage that we need. So full auto goes in, and munitions bunker will trigger for 2. We'll toss a meditation and a chance encounter. We have resource generation. I'm not super worried about the meditations at this point, so we'll just stand up. And I would rather probably use James's basic activation for a 2 damage. We gotta clear the area. Coulson, a strength. Repulsor beam, I like that. Another repulsor beam, that's pretty sweet. So that's 2, 4, 5. And a gauntlet gun. We are feeling pretty good. I'm gonna go 2. Master Mold's gonna scheme for 3. And then instead of giving a boost card, we will discard and Survivor's Program and a Mark 6. It did happen. There was a Sentinel minion in there. We deck out, so we get a acceleration token, and then the Mark 6 is going to scheme for 2. The Mark 6 does have guard, so that is something that we need to take care of before we can go after Master Mold. But based on this encounter card, Master Mold may not be around for much longer. Our encounter card is a Assault, which gains Surge because we are an alter ego. So we got a Insert Virus Program. When defeated, deal 2 damage to each Sentinel minion. This comes in with 4, and it's a acceleration token. We are at 2, 4, 6 out of 10. So I think we'll probably leave the virus program out for a while and be okay. We have James Rhodes. We can shuffle a War Machine card back in our deck. Maybe Targeted Strike. Maybe Scorched Earth. Maybe Iron Man. We're going to do Targeted Strike. No, we're not. We need damage. We may not do anything. Right? We got our two big attacks out. We'll do Scorched Earth. Scorched Earth gets around the guard just in case. It also is a nice Scorched Earth is a nice combo with Mags with the Sentinel Mark 6 here with the 6 health. So we can Scorched Earth and Magneto can attack to his full potential, so that's pretty nice. So there we go. Okay. We've got a Repulsor Beam for 4. Magneto can hit for 2, or to finish him off. And then we're looking at 14. Repulsor Beam does 4 damage. And then we have 7, 8, which is 12. And then a basic activation is going to be everything that we need to win. So we will not use Munitions Bunker. What we will do is we will flip up to War Machine. We will get 5. We'll go ahead and exhaust Munitions Bunker to move this over. Gauntlet Gun right here will play a Repulsor Beam. So that gives the money and the ammo counter to deal 4. Magneto will deal the last. He defeated a Sentinel minion, so he gets to heal his damage. And then we will use a Helicarrier for a Repulsor Beam. We'll remove 1 ammo counter to deal 4 to Master Mold. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got a... Did I do my math wrong? We've got 7 damage here. I did, but that's fine because we got Coulson here. We got 7 damage with the shoulder cannon, so it's X plus 1, where X is the number of ammo counters. So we'll do that to deal 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We will attack with War Machine for 1, 2. And then we will use a Strength and a Gauntlet to play Coulson. And Coulson is OP because he comes in and does that final damage. Okay, I think that one was cleaner. I hopefully did not miss any rules there. I'm working on it. I'm trying to get better at the rules, but I missed a couple tough status cards, which it would have all been fine. Like, I don't think it would have affected the outcome of the game at all. But again, I do want to make sure that I am playing clean games, just so that we can all, 1, me get better, and 2, just make sure that I'm not putting out any bad information. But there you go. That is Iron Man 2. We took down Master Mold. We did beat Whiplash, so we do get that benefit right there. And Master Mold is donezo. Awesome. Well, thank you so very much for watching. I appreciate y'all, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.